Thermalite reactor. So if you're in a cold climate, this could be a standalone in warmer weather, you know, keep you warm, keep you alive. But in a colder climate, it can really help. So here's a pretty, this is the biggest one I'm thinking. Thermalite Fabric Reactor Extreme. And that is, increases warmth by up to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so, and that is, wow, $67. Okay, you know, something I wouldn't really bother with. There's a $70 one, a silk liner, 100% premium silk liner. Now, go to a thrift store and get silk clothing. You know, back when during the New York Jets, Joe Namath, Jolie Willie White Shoes Namath will beat the, who they beat? The Baltimore Colts. You know, he wore women's nylons. So silk, anything that's going to create an added barrier to retain heat will help you. So I'm just looking at various things here. These are base camp mattresses. But now a mat is very important, a sleeping pad. And these are, that's what these are here, see? Neo Air Advantage. They inflate themselves, basically. Fast and Light series. That's, if you're going to do much outdoors at all, that's pretty critical because you've got to get a barrier between yourself and the ground. It is more important because if the ground is 0 degrees, it's going to bleed off your body heat pretty darn fast. So these are definitely worth, you know, a lot. Original basic Thermarest, 35 bucks. You can get on eBay and find military ones that are the same thing pretty much for, you know, pretty good price. I'm not going to belabor that whole thing. But some of these are, I've never seen those kind before, but Evolite, Trail Scout. Okay, here's your basic Thermarest. Now, not your basic Thermarest, $119. That is very light. You know, something like that would be very good to have. But you get down to here's what I would call the basic Thermarest. Okay, $89. That's how big it is. That would be very, very, very important. You know, and you can get discount or whatever you call it, what do you call it, Econo. There's a $50 Trail Scout. Look for something like that. Even just an exercise mat, something to insulate yourself from the ground. And of course, a little neck type pillow, not a bad thing to have, especially if it's an air pillow. This one is not. This one would almost be a good driving pillow. I like to go to sleep when I'm driving. There's one with kind of air beads in it. That one's not too heavy, but it can't fold up. Where an air one, you can inflate it, deflate it, stick it back in your bag, have it there as a pillow while you're sleeping. So that's about it. Just gonna call it good on that one. There's a Rogue Air Camp pillow. That's ridiculous. That's huge, huge. 20 bucks. All right, this is Jerry Diamond. How to get out of Babylon. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't see anything else there. Basic flock top, self-inflating mattress, and 30 bucks still. So $10, $15, you should be able to find something, you know, that's serviceable and usable. All right, this is Jerry Diamond. Thank you. Bye-bye.